Hello my friends. This is a pole light that I purchased real quick. It was real cheap. It was discarded, and the reason it was thrown away is it does not hold a charge long enough. Everything functions. The light turns on at dusk, but it only stays on for about an hour, and then it goes out and it's not very bright. So that's an indicator that the battery is bad. Now the battery in this by the way is a Gamma Sonic Imperial, which they still sell these units, and they're about $250 for a light, and I paid $5 for this. And the reason is obvious. It's not functioning well enough to be used as a pole light. So to change the batteries, they would cost you, if you bought the replacement battery, about $40 to $60 depending on where you're getting the battery. Now what I'm doing here is I looked at the output of the battery. It's a lithium-ion battery, which are expensive, and I purchased the batteries online. In fact, I'm going to double the current capacity of the battery when I do it, and I got the batteries for about $9, and that includes the shipping. So there is some modification you have to do. You have to solder leads onto the batteries that you purchased. So I'll show you what we do here. First of all, to get this open, it's fastened with some screws in here, and you have to turn this unit, the top, counterclockwise, which I just did, and that locks it on. So right here is all the electronics and the light. This is just the reflector part. So the batteries, okay, what we got here, there's a off-on switch. It has a low intensity and a higher intensity on there. And there's a battery compartment right here. Let me zoom in. Okay, I know this is reflecting in the sun, but right here is a compartment. It's a Phillips screw holding this in. There's the compartment, and right here is the lithium-ion batteries, and that's the clip that we will need. So this unit here, I'm replacing this. It's a 3.2 volt battery, 3,000 milliamp battery life. Okay, here we have the batteries that I ordered, and you can see they're physically bigger than this pack. These are two lithium ions that are in parallel, so the voltage is the same. It increases the current capacity. Well, we're going to use this lead. We need that lead off of the batteries, and you have to remove the sleeve that's on there, and if you look close, the voltage in ampere are the same. So this battery equals these two. And then what I did is I removed the section in here so that there's room for this battery to sit in that compartment. There is a spare compartment right here for a second battery pack, but one battery is enough to run this unit as it is. So we're going to desolder this and solder the leads onto the new battery. Now this is color coded. You have red and black. In this situation, red is the positive, black is the negative. The batteries are marked. There's your positive, there's the negative. Okay, now we're going to solder onto there. When you're soldering any electronics, you have to use a resin core. If it's acid core, you're going to have corrosion. It'll ruin the electronics. So it has to be the resin core. So this is what we're using, resin core solder. Now, for delicate work, you have to use a pencil. With this one, we're using the gun. It heats quicker and has more heat, so it'll solder it quicker. Okay, the leads are off. Okay, these leads are tinted, that meaning that has the solder on the lead. And what I want to do is tint the battery. So I'm going to tint both ends. So we'll heat this up. You don't want to overheat a battery, it could be dangerous. You never throw these batteries in a fire. So we want to heat this and melt a spot on here. Right there. Can you see it's shining, that one spot? That's considered tinted, and we want a spot on the back side same way. Okay, that bonded. Right there. Okay, this is the minus side. So once it's tinted, it's just a matter of making contact with the 2 points. I want to get a little bit of solder on there. You got to hold its location till it cools. Cold. Okay, both leads are on fine. This is ready to plug in. Okay, now that the unit is together, I'm going to switch this to the high location, high position, and we need to set this back on its base. So we have to align these holes up, so it's going to be at a slight angle, and then turn it clockwise, it latches on. Okay, now we got maybe a couple hours of sunlight. We'll let that charge and we'll see how it kicks on and how long it stays lit. It should be functioning as a new lamp, and I got 2 of these batteries off of Amazon for under $10, so roughly $5 a piece. I've used 1 battery, I have a spare, and we'll keep that one as a spare, and this should last. They recommend to change batteries every 3 years, so this should last at least 3 years. I could put this in, there's that second compartment, it would double the capacity, but living in Florida, or having this in Florida, the sun shines every day. So I don't think we need that extra battery in here. Well, let's wait for the evening, see how she works. So with this, I have a lamp that new would be about $250, and I have invested $10 into this lamp. And here is the post lamp, and the light's on, and things are working fine. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.